Hello everyone, welcome back to GitK Photography. This is my GitK, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to smoothen out your skin using frequency separation. And yes, we'll be using my advanced GitK retouching pack, which is going to aid you in editing or retouching your image. If you don't have it, it's available on my digital store, going for an affordable price. Yes, if it's going to really help you. So yes, let's dive into the video. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate the layer, which you can do that with holding on Ctrl+J, and then we dive into taking out the blemishes. So in this action pack, there's an action for removing blemishes. So what it does is it creates an empty layer where your blemishes are going to be kept. So once you click on it and then the action has been played, select any blemish removal tool you have or you like using. So I like using the spot healing brush because it's fast and time convenient. And then all you have to do is tick the sample all layers because it's going to pick details from the layers down there. Yes. And then you increase the brush size. Yes. So if you watch my previous video, you realize I talked about how this action pack actually works. Yes, I have a full video explaining what all the actions does. Yes, so she doesn't really have much blemishes. She has a very oily face. Yes, so we take our time and take them off. Yes. So taking out blemishes does not only means on the skin. So if maybe a hair strand is blocking the view or it's coming into the image, you can take it off. So let's see if we can fix this thing over here. All right, it's done a pretty good job a little. Yes, you can push it back a little. Yes, some people will use the patch tool to do that. I think this will be okay. Good. All right, let's check. Take out a little stuff. Yeah, and then we are good to go. Yes. All right, so once you are done, let me show you what the action did. I think there's one here. All right, this is what the action actually did. It has selected all the blemishes in one layer. Yes, so just see before and after. So if I off the remove blemishes layer, you're going to see that the blemishes are back. Yes, so before, this is the before, this is the after. Yes, before, after. Yes, so what you're going to do is you're going to merge all these layers and then proceed with the retouching using frequency separation. Yes, so there's a second action called the stand visible. Once you give it a single click, it's going to merge everything into one layer, and then we can proceed to delete these two. Yes, so this is where frequency separation comes in. Just give it a single click, and then it's going to ask you the Gaussian blur radius you're going to use. Yes, so with this I'm going to use 5.0, yes, as my Gaussian blur radius, and then it has already selected my mixer brush for me, this as my settings, and then I'm retouching on an empty layer. That's why this sample all layers box is checked. All right, so I'm going to turn off the high so I can retouch. Yes, so I don't really zoom in when retouching. Yes, so you brush separately. You see this is the highlight over here, but I want to brush down here before I move over there. Yes. So make sure you are brushing gently, you don't mess up the whole image. Yes. So if you can see, I'm brushing very carefully. Yes. All right, now let's target the highlight over here on the forehead. You see it moves in a, or you can see the highlight is in somehow in a circular form. So that's how you're going to move your brush. Yes, not going out of its range, but you are mixing the colors over there, which is obviously white. Yes, yes. Good. So let's check what we've done so far. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Good. So let's continue. Brush carefully. Make sure you are not messing up the skin tones. Rather, you are enhancing it. Retouching is meant to enhance image, not destroy it. Yes. Okay. So once you are approaching the nose, don't put much pressure on it, because the nose might look very flat. Yes, so just in certain situations you can even choose to ignore retouching the nose, but it's going to look some way. So you do it, but don't apply much effort on it or much effect that the mixer brush is going to create. So brush carefully. You make sure you one if you're editing, always have this at the back of your head, that you are keeping it natural as possible. Yes, but you don't want it in a situation whereby you'll be done with editing, then you damage the image. Yes, so when it comes to the cheek like this, you move your brush in a way or how the skin moves. So you see the skin over here goes this way, so you don't have to go retouch this, or you're going to mess up the dimension of the face. Yes, so if it's moving in a circular form, you brush in a circular form. So you see this is moving downwards, so brushing downwards to the chin. Yes, so something like a V shape. Yeah. She has a very oily face, so when it becomes too smooth, she might look like a cartoon. Yes, you have to know all this before you retouch. You have to know the kind of skin you are about to work on. Yes. So we proceed. Yes, you'll be done. We'll be done in no time. Yes. You might be thinking why we don't speed up this section, because if you speed it up, you won't know how brushing or smoothing out the skin actually works, or how it's been done. Yes. So you're going to learn more only if you have the passion for it. Yes. Alright, so let's see what we've done so far. So this is the before, after. Let's see. This is what we've done. So you could realize there are certain parts we didn't work on. Yes. The shortcut key I press for this effect is holding on Alt. Yes. And then clicking on the layer I want to reveal only. Yes. Good. So we are left with the hands and then a bit of the shoulder over here and then the chest. So we carefully brush it. You don't mess it up. Yes. If you are using a Wacom, it will be much easier for you because it's more or less like a free hand and you are painting. Yes. But that cannot limit you if you don't have it. You can still use a mouse like I'm using. Yes. But actually Wacom makes the work a lot easier. Instead of clicking, you'll be just drawing on your Wacom tab. Alright, so let's continue. So always brush carefully. Yes, make sure you don't mess up the skin. And if you realize there's a place whereby it contains one skin tone, this as mid-tone. So if you could realize, I've increased my brush size because I want to finish early. Yes. And I'm brushing very carefully. Yes. Mostly you can ignore very deep shadows somewhere like this because it's not visible that much. Yes. So there is a before and after of what we've done. Yes. Now we could see there are brush strokes on the skin. It's not all that visible, but to omit it, you have to use the lasso tool to do that. And then place your feather at either 18, 20 or 22. But I prefer 18 to soften the selection edges. Yes. So if you're selecting, make sure you select each and every part separately. Yes. So we select here and then you go to filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur, and then a lot would say you have to times it with 15, but I would say 20. Yes. So the reason why it's 15 is because initially we use 5 as the first blur radius. Yes. So we times it by 3. So if it was, like say 6 that we use, you'll be using 18. Yes. So this time around I'm using 20. Yes. And I love the effect. I can also go overboard to use 25. Then if the result is okay, I'm good with that. Yes. So I'm going to select the highlight over here and then apply the Gaussian blur. So you don't, once you select it, you don't always have to go back to filter and go and repeat it. Yes. You can just right click and apply the effect. Perfect. The small part over here. Yes. And we are almost done. Yes, so select the whole chin over here and do that. Good. Perfect. You can choose to ignore the nose because if you apply more on it, it's going to flatten the nose. Yes. So we are almost done. Yes. Just to apply some over here. It's not all that necessary, but then let's fade the effect. Alright, so let's come to the arms. Give it one selection. You don't have to even apply much effect on it, else the arm is going to look very, very smooth. So let's take it again. Yes, then let's apply Gaussian blur and then we fade it. We fade the effect. Yes. Same applies to the other hand. And then we fade it. And lastly we come to the chest. Yes. make sure you avoid the edges of the dress. Yes. Come here too. Yes. And then we are through. Yes, so let's check the before and after. There's a before, there's a after, before, after. Yes, so that is how you do that's how you smoothen out your skin using frequency separation right in Photoshop. Yes, thanks for staying up to the end of this video, and I'll catch you up on my next video. Peace out.